Hey guys, so today I'm just gonna be doing kind of like a chit chat video, let's catch up type of video. I don't think I made this type of video in such a long time, but I'm just gonna be making a little bit of announcement. Let's just get straight to it. So first of all, my bangs are not real. They're faux, but I just like wearing it. You know, that is my no commitment bangs. Okay, so second of all is I'm planning to kind of like change or revamp my channel. And if you have been with me for so many years, I've only been making kind of like hair videos, basically, majority of them. That was, I think, I don't know, 12 years ago, and I know that is the reason why y'all subscribe to me. And don't worry, there's still gonna be a lot of hair videos. I've actually pre-recorded a lot of hair related type of videos, but however, from time to time I'm gonna put out videos that maybe won't necessarily be related to hair, because there's a lot of changes in my life. There's a lot of interests and hobbies and things that I'm pursuing now. Some I'm willing to share, some not. So I'm just letting you all know about all the changes that is about to come as well on my channel. I don't want to be just like being seen as like a quote-unquote influencer. I just want to be the girl who just made videos because it was fun and she liked it. There's no pressure to it should just be a certain way, because people know me for that. So that is the first announcement. And so now moving to the second update, and the second update is I am gonna be vlogging again. So if y'all don't know, I actually have a vlogging channel and it's called Karen Vlogs, and I'm gonna be posting there very soon. I think I have to address this as well, because I know some of you have been asking me, since it relates to my vlogging channel, where are my Netherlands vlogs? And I deleted those vlogs because I ended that relationship with my ex last year. So I don't think it's still necessary for me to have those videos up. And also, when I was vlogging there, I was vlogging with families, and I don't want to exploit them for views. So just in respect to them as well, I think since that season has already ended, it would be kind of weird for it to still stay there. So that is the reason why I deleted those videos, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm not really sure how to explain it or to say it, but I felt unsafe for such a long time that I felt the need to kind of like in a way protect my dreams and my goals. That's why I haven't been like updating or even making videos or even making vlogs. Some of you are so sweet, are like asking me like, why did you stop vlogging? Because it's been a year, I think. I think it's been a year that I haven't really been posting anything there either, or even updating people, or even updating people in my real life. I feel like I've been overprotective of my dreams and goals, or not really tell a lot of people, just because I truly believe now in saying that what people don't know, they couldn't destroy. So basically, I'm just enjoying and accomplishing things outside of YouTube, outside of social media. So yeah, I like to keep things private, and I'm really just gonna filter what I put out there, because our generation has a problem with oversharing. So having said that about the whole sharing thing, I think one thing that I did mention is I went back to school, you know, so that's exactly the reason why I was not posting that much, just because I couldn't handle work and school at the same time and making videos at the same time. If you all are wondering what did I go to school for, I actually went ahead and took up one kind of like branch of culinary. I went to baking school. I took up baking and pastry arts, especially in the area of pastry and bread production. And the next one is going to be cookery. And I know that in the culinary world, you know, especially even just in the baking world, there's a lot of things to learn, but it's good that I got to learn like the basics of baking. Such a broad thing, you know, it's not just, oh, you study baking and then you know everything, because there's so much to learn and there's so many departments. But I really wanted to learn and also get my certification. So it was a very fun experience. I really thought that going to a baking school, we're just gonna go ahead and bake there all day, but no. We had exams, okay? We had tests and exams. I had to pass 2 assessments. So we were taught the protocols in the kitchen, what it's like to, you know, work with co-workers, what is it like to work with pastry chefs, to get familiarized with, you know, tools around the kitchen, kind of flour that has to be used, you know, and all really the main core or the basics of baking. You've been taught, you know, the theoretical side, you know, where you have to study, but then the real test is if you can perform it. It's like full-on training, you know, that they equip you, that whether you know, decide to work abroad or to take your studies further and become a pastry chef, or maybe put up a business, because they also teach you kind of like the business side of baking as well, that if you want to pursue and make it as a business, you can do that as well. Things that I found really fun is that I get to experience what it's like to have classmates again, and I've made connections, made a lot of networks. You know, my respect for chefs and people who work in the kitchen or who took up culinary, my respect for them went way high up, because it's actually very hard. I know they make it look easy and make it look fun. And one thing really that our pastry chef taught us is that, of course, you can't just learn and then stop. You really have to keep on baking. It's really good to learn the basics, and then from there, be creative. She really encouraged us to take it further and formulate our own recipes. And I think that that's a fun part. You know, that's one way to where I could let my creativity come out as well. And that's exactly what I'm going to do on my second channel. I'm actually going to post my baking journey there on my second channel. Okay, so the last kind of, it's not really an announcement, but the last thing I wanted to share is that I have been gardening, okay? Like ever since last year, when I was like in my depressed era last year, I've been following a lot of homestead girlies, and I remembered how I actually like gardening. I used to do container gardening back at our old house, but now I've learned to really plant on the ground. So basically, I just wanted to know if I also have a green thumb. Everything that I put up in my garden right now is just a draft. Okay, so this year, just for experimental sake, I grew tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, and melons. I didn't even know that I could grow melons, but I did. I grew melons in a very harsh condition, because the summer here in the Philippines was harsh. So cucumbers and malunggay, which is now I'm consuming, and I think that I've shown you guys this. I've actually used this in my DIYs. So those are my own harvest now. I also planted lemons, you know, from seeds. So what I did last time, just for experimental sake, because I drink a lot of lemons here and I use a lot of lemons, so I took the seed and I planted it, and I didn't know if it was going to, you know, bud at all, but it did. So now I planted two. I have 2 lemons now that I'm growing in my garden. I have papaya growing here. So I have rambutan, I have basil, okras, I have mulberries, and this mulberries used to be like small, but now it has grown really tall. It's even taller than I am. And it's also starting to bear fruit. And I also tried growing grapes. Now this grapes right here is hanging on for its dear life, but when I got it, it was just like a twig in one leaf. Now it looks like this just because it has been raining so bad, so that's why the grapes look like this. I did manage to grow it that it looks tall like this now. And I also grew spinach. Now it has a story behind it. And you know what I did? Instead of just buying spinach, I bought the seeds of the spinach, planted them, and waited for it from seed to harvest. If it doesn't tell you what patience is, that's it. But also at the same time, while waiting for my spinach to harvest, I also learned how to make my own dough in the pizza. So basically, garnered all of those skills in order for me to eat my very own spinach, cream cheese, chicken pizza. That's how determined I am. So yeah, as I've said, if you all want to see more gardening, baking type of videos, I'm gonna put them all on my second channel if you all are interested in those types of videos as well. Recently, I've just, you know, realized the importance of having your own garden and growing your own food, just so that you know that everything that you're consuming, at least in your garden, that it's organic and it doesn't have any pesticides. Knowing what I know now, some of the foods that you would consider healthy, or fruits and vegetables, sometimes people use pesticides on them or spray chemicals on them to, you know, preserve them for a long time so it doesn't rot quickly. That those things, those chemicals, can actually be very harmful for your body when you consume it. So that's the reason why it's good to know how to grow your own food, and also just for the practicality of it, you know, like, or if you're growing vegetables in your garden, you don't necessarily have to go to the market and buy it. You just simply pick out from your garden. Let me tell you, there's nothing like picking up fresh tomatoes or eating out fresh tomatoes, eating fresh peppers. Basically, the taste and the smell is just different rather than when you buy in your market or in the grocery store. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna put all of my baking and gardening type of videos on my second channel. So if you all are interested in that, you guys can, you know, you guys can follow me there and all. So, but yeah, anyway, I hope you all are having a great day, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.